Bring up Margie, our VP, but I have one quick story. How many of you know that beautiful Yvette was on a reality TV show and she was the biggest star in the show? How many of you know that? Yeah. So a lot of people don't know. Just quickly, a number of years ago, Billy Hinchey from the Beach Boys musical group, the Beach Boys, calls me up. He says, "You've got to meet Yvette. She's the most incredible, beautiful, charismatic woman, and she's the star of this reality TV show." And it was a show about the Hilton family, the Hiltons. So that's how I met Yvette, and she was incredible on TV, and she's amazing. So now I'm going to bring up Margie Shepard, our Vice President. She'll do the official introduction, and Margie, you've created a renaissance.
All right.
Thank you, Bruce. And again, welcome one and all, and special shout out, just a couple. First of all, thank you so much, Scott Nicholson, for coming in. Long Island, New York, long flight. Are your arms tired?
I'm exhausted.
I can tell. Rest up because you're going to have a really good time before you go on back. And also to the new honorary consul of France. Sebastian, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you're going to be coming back. Now, without further ado, just a little more information about our very special guest. The gentleman, Eric Auger, is a former Consul General of France. He has an incredible background. I refer to it as political royalty. He started his real estate career about 15 years ago, somewhere in that ballpark, and has done extremely well. Now, his wife, Bruce, just barely scratched the surface. She is well established both abroad and here. The cosmopolitan queen of all time. She holds many titles, but has decided to help one and all through joining her husband, building a real estate career venue with their little 3-year-old daughter, her husband, and herself. Their goal is to help you. They are referral oriented. So without further ado, I mean to tell you, they are a dynamite, awesome couple. Let's pull your hands together. Let's get it up. Let's welcome Eric and Yvette Auger.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you, Margie, for all you do, helping with us with our talk. And thanks for the intro, Bruce. He failed to mention he's very humble. He did actually help me to get on a lot of radio interviews during that time. So thank you for everything you do with the PR. We really appreciate you. All right. You want to say hi? Hi. Wow, look at all of you. You guys are amazing. Every single one of you has achieved like such great success, and I can learn so much from you. We just wanted to thank you so much for always supporting us in Cosmopolitan Connections, for loving, trusting, and teaching us so much, and for always being there for us for the past 9 years, every single week. I am now doing real estate full-time with Eric. He has left a legacy, and he has like 18 years of experience, and we are building our business so that we can pass it on to the next generation, our daughter, Eugenie Auger. Okay, do you want to talk?
Yep. Do I have it?
Yeah.
Am I on? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
I can hear you back here. I can hear.
Come on. Sorry about that. Okay. Is it good now? Can you hear me? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Oh, come on. You better than that. Good morning, everybody. What do you think? Was that loud enough? Okay, we'll try one more time.
One more time.
All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good morning. Thank you. So, my name is Eric Auger, and like you had said, 18 years of experience in real estate, gone through all kinds of markets you can think of, the flat market, heated and down market, and then again a good market and working. But today, I don't want to talk about real estate because unless you're thinking about buying or selling a home now, it's really not something that's of interest to you. What I want to talk to you about is living the good life. Does that sound like a good subject?
Yay!
Does that sound like a good subject? Okay, I know you're reading. Yvette and I run our business almost exclusively by referral. And the reason we do that is because we like to work with great people. The second reason we do that is because we believe that as entrepreneurs, it is very easy to fall into the entrepreneur trap, which is work. Because what happens when we're stuck in that loop is that sooner or later it starts affecting different areas of our lives. It could be our health, it could be our relationships, it could be our spirituality, or it could be just our bank account. Let's face it, it's important. Right, do you agree? Yeah. Okay. So, the reason why we've chosen to run our business exclusively by referral is because we do not have to prospect nearly as much as everybody else, which in turn gives us more time to serve you and every other client that you may be sending us. And most importantly, it gives us quality of life, so we're able to live a good life.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, some of the areas I wanted to cover with regard to referrals and the benefits of working by referral is that, like I said, you have a very much better quality of life. Now, here's one thing too to understand is that if you work with a great client, would you want that client to multiply itself?
Absolutely.
Yeah? If you have a bad client, do you want it to hit the road as quickly as possible?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a bad client?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, here's the thing. If you work with a great person, who is that person going to be hanging out with at night, in the weekends, after work, before work? Great people, right? So if that person knows that you want to work with more great people, what does that do to your business? More fun, more enjoyable, more life out of it. It's no longer work, it becomes fun. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Would you be interested in knowing how to do that?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So I'm going to share with you some of the strategies that we have in place in our business. Now, I have not invented anything. I wish I could claim credit for everything I'm going to share with you, but these are things that I've learned over time. These are things that I've adapted to my business. Okay? The very first thing, and the most important thing, when you want to run your business by referral is you need a database. How many of you have an organized system to keep track of all your clients, leads, potential clients, and friends? All right, I'm talking to the right audience. You need to have a system where you can organize your relationships. Now, one thing that's very important to understand is that a database is not the same thing as a mailing list. You all get that? A mailing list, I can go anywhere and buy 10,000 mails, emails, address, phone numbers, whatever the case may be. That is not a database. That's a mailing list. There is no relationship. It's wide, but there is no depth to it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, when you work with clients, you create a database. As you work with clients, as you go to networking events, you establish and create relationships, right? So why not organize that in a system where you can keep track of everybody? And when I say keep track, don't take that in a bad way. I say keep track is organize, have somewhere to go so that you have an asset in your business database. Make sense?
Yes.
It doesn't have to be complicated. The way I started doing it was with a 8.5 by 11 hardcover book. On top of each page, I would write the name of the relationship, their contact information. I would leave the page blank, go to the next one, write the next person, so on and so on and so on. And every time I would meet that person, I would learn something interesting about that person, or every time I make a phone call and I have a chat with that person, I would record it in the book. So what happens over time is that you build a database, you build relationships, you have depth. Imagine, you share with somebody that's, I'm going to take an example. First thing comes to mind. Little Tom had a football game coming up. The next time you call that client, which by the way, you're probably not involved in football whatsoever, before you say anything, you talk anything about business, you say, hey, how's Little Tom's game? What do you think that person is going to remember of you?
You care.
You care, you listen. It's like, yes, it's about work, yes, it's about business, yes, it's about making money, but it's before anything else about the relationship. Make sense?
Yes.
So if you don't have a system to keep all your relationships organized, I recommend that you go to Office Depot, go get a book, and start. It's very simple, it takes very little time. Okay? So now we have a database, we have an asset. But what I said earlier is that you need to have an organized system. And the key here is organized. Because if you have just names and after names after names after names, it is valuable, but you're not getting as much value as you could out of that system. So the second step is you need to organize those relationships. The way we do it in our business is we have a classification that goes from A+ to A, B, C, and D. Now, one thing that's very important to understand that I don't want you to misunderstand me is that classification has nothing to do with what we think of these people or level of relationships or whatever. It is just a business organization system. Okay? A+ people, and that applies to every business, are going to be the clients who've worked with you more than once, or clients who worked with you once and referred you to some of their friends more than once. Multiple transactions. You with me? Your A clients are going to be people who worked with you once or referred you once. Your B clients are going to be the people who are most likely to refer you and introduce you to their friends if they knew how to do it. The keywords here are if they knew how to do it. Okay? C are going to be the people who are likely to refer you, and D's are going to be the people that unfortunately are of no value to your business. It stands for zero, unfortunately. Again, it has nothing to do with the quality of the relationship. It's all about the organization system. Okay. Now, how many of you fly pretty regularly? Okay. How many of you have achieved that diamond status, silver, whatever it is? Okay. Million miles flyer. Okay. When you get to the ticket counter and they realize you're a million-mile flyer, how do they treat you?
Very well.
Like royalty, right? Everybody would agree?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, if you fly kind of like sporadically and you're kind of loyal to an airline, they may give you a little bit of treatment. If you fly once a year, or if you keep changing airline, every time you fly, you'll just go to the back of the plane with the rest of the cabin, right?
Right.
Is that the way it works with airlines? Okay. Your business should work the same way. Your A+ clients are your frequent flyers. These are the people that you really want to take care of. Those are the people that are extremely valuable to you as a friend, as a relationship, but also in your business. Make sense? And as you go down the line, you are not as valuable, but it's still valuable to your business. And you don't talk to these people the same way. Once you have a system, once you have your database organized, you're going to need a few more things. Okay? You're going to need a contact system. You want to make sure that you stay in contact with these people, because what happens when you don't invest in a relationship? It fails, right? So the contact system is to make sure that you talk to them, but it also is a system to make sure that when you contact them, you bring value to the relationship. Does that make sense? I'm sure you've heard, and you know that the emotional bank account, you can make deposits, you can withdraw, okay? When it comes to relationships, you never want to be overdrawn, because then what happens?
You go broke.
You go broke, well, and the relationship dies, and then people start thinking of you as a taker. So it's really, really important in your contact system that you have a strategy, a plan to provide value, to add value to the relationship every time you contact these people. Are you with me?
Oh, my girlfriend.
The next system that you're going to need is you're going to need a system to communicate your competence and your character. Okay? When people evaluate you as a potential supplier, they evaluate you on two different levels. One, the unspoken question is, are you competent? Are you good at what you do? And the second unspoken question is, are you someone of character? Do you care about me? Follow me? So that's going to be your second system, your contact system. You're also going to need a community system. You see, when you have a database of clients, and that really applies to your A+, to your frequent flyers, if you can invite these people to some type of event, it could be a movie, it could be a dinner, it could be a lunch, anything that has nothing to do with what you do. And you just invite them to spend time with you, watch a movie, go have lunch, go have dinner. And when they ask you, well, why are you doing this? The answer is, I just wanted to say thank you. Do you think that this is valuable? Do you think that would actually help magnify and make that relationship even stronger? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And then the next system that you're going to need is a system on how you want to educate these people on how you work and how you'd like to be referred. Okay? How many of you give like business cards all the time? Can you really count on those business cards to bring you business?
No.
Why not? Nurture, yeah. Have you ever heard of the secret life of the business card? You give me a business card, I put it in my pocket, I go home, I put it in my pants. I go home, put my pants in the hamper, and the pants go into the wash, the business card disappears. That's the secret life of the business card.
Well, I take a picture of one. But that's
Some
me.
people do, but it happens a lot.
It does. It does.
It does happen a lot. And so, rather than just giving out a business card, how about giving them a business card and say, look, this is my business card. I really enjoy spending time with you and learning about you and your family. By the way, if you knew of anybody who wanted to buy or sell a house, would you please call me with their name and number? I promise you I'll take great care of them. And you hand out your business card. What have you done? You've got a relationship ahead of that. Yes.
You told them what to do.
What to look for.
You've told them what to do. Yes, exactly. And you can do that in a very, very gentle way. And the secret when it comes to that step is all about repetition. Do you have you guys ever been to Disneyland? It's a small, small world. Raise your hand if you've been there. Do you remember the song? Wouldn't it be nice if people could remember you just like they remember the song? And so it takes repetition. It takes repetition. You have to say it a few times before people, kind of register and memorize. Okay? One of the other things that we do in our business that has proven to be very, very touching to people is we send handwritten personal notes. How many of you do that on a regular basis? Okay, a few of you. That's good.
I just want to say something there.
Yeah.
That has been the most invaluable thing that we have done in our business, is sending out at least 10 personal notes a day, because we care about you guys. And I know a lot of you get our personal notes. So that's been the biggest return on our investment.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is a way of deepening the relationship. People don't do that anymore. They send emails, they send text messages. It's good. But when you take the time to write a note, you take the time to put it in an envelope, put a business card, put a stamp, to write your address, your written address, what does it say to your clients? Yeah, I spent time thinking about you. Makes sense? And all of that has to be it has to come from a genuine place. There is two things in business. There is skill set and mindset. Skill set are the strategies and the tactics. Everybody can learn that. Mindset is different. You have to come from an honest, genuine, caring, loving place. Does that make sense? Like one of the terms that we use in our business is we call ourselves servant leaders. We serve people and we lead them when they need to, when they approach us for real estate. You following me? Okay? So these are the strategies that we have in place. They are very, very simple to implement. I mean, you don't even need a computer, just a book. And you can get started very quickly. And thanks to those strategies, about 90% of our business comes from referrals. We don't have to prospect. We don't have to be a telemarketer calling people. We don't have to knock on doors, which I don't know if you ever had somebody knock on your door, but even if you kind of like the person, it still feels very intrusive. So that's why we don't like to do it. And because we don't have to do any of that, we have a lot more time to spend with our family, to raise Eugenie, to create our legacy. Our theme for this year is creating our legacy through helping others create their own through real estate. Follow me? There are two ways you can really run your business, and that's probably the biggest takeaway. Am I doing on time? Good? Okay, good. This is probably
You're 20 minutes in on my video.
this is probably the biggest takeaway from that whole conversation we're having, and I'd be happy to answer questions right after if you have any. You can either have a elf business or half business. And what you have is really your choice. Health business stands for easy, lucrative, and fun. How does that sound?
Yep.
The other side of the spectrum, you have the half business, which is hard, arduous, frustrating, and late. Because if you spend the entire life working and you can't enjoy any of it, it doesn't matter how much you're earning or not earning. It's all about quality of life. It's all about the time that you can spend with people you love. It's all about building memories. It's all about creating memories that children will never forget. That's far more important. And when you implement the right strategies, you can actually use your business as a platform to create a legacy. How does that sound to you?
Awesome.
Really, it's a compliment to Yvette. How many of us in the room actually get a telephone call? A telephone call.
Yep.
Yvette calls me and is very personable and then brings in the real estate. I think that's wonderful to get instead of an email or a text or something in the mail, you do wonderful, but they get a phone call. And I think your phone calls are great, Yvette.
Raise your hand here if you've had a phone call from me.
Yep.
That's right.
All right. Those who haven't, please come and see us at the end. Okay.
And a handwritten.
And a handwritten note. Also, you got handwritten notes. Yeah. I will put you in my customer appreciation database. We will. And then we'll be in constant contact with you. And we help you outside of real estate and inside of real estate. So anything you need in your life, we'll help you with. Our motto is find a need, fill a need. So if you're having trouble with anything at all, we're here for you, like I have been the last 9 years.
Yeah, talk about our big Rolodex, all the contacts we have and how many people we've been able to help just because we like to.
Well, I know you do like 27 transactions a year, so he always hates me saying that. And then
Okay. See, over the years, through Cosmopolitan Connections, which actually, it was kind of an interesting marriage because I was running my business by referral and Yvette was all about helping people get exactly what they want. I mean, you can't get any better than that. But through the years, we've built a huge Rolodex of contacts people we know in town. Oftentimes, we have people calling us and say, hey, look, I'm stuck, I need this, or I'd like to get in touch with that person, or I need that type of service. Who do you know? Mm-hmm. Right? And this is a great way to invest in a relationship. And by the way, when people start calling you asking you, who do you know for this, that means what? Trust. And that's the most valuable asset you have in the business.
I was just going to say that I do home staging, and when I need home staging as I've said, I do home staging as I've said, and when I need a carpet cleaner because my regular guy is not available, or I need a painter because my regular guy's not available, I call it that. I recommend you because I know she's got somebody good.
yeah, I just remembered, I do know everyone like this. I just remembered.
So, we really appreciate you investing time in us, listening. My goal before coming here was to pay you at least twice as much in value as what you gave me in time. And so I hope I deliver.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Who here thinks?
It's alive.
There you go.
Somebody killed it.
It's Julie Mikes.
Okay. Who here thinks the American dream is dead?
Good.
Good, I'm so glad to see that. I was just going to say, because I don't know if you knew, but
Sorry.
I am originally from Jersey, not New Jersey, Old Jersey.
Old Jersey.
In England, and Eric is from France. We actually grew up 3 hours away from each other, but we met in Vegas at Cosmopolitan Connections.
Wow.
we came here with absolutely nothing. You know, we left our homes. I actually came here with this Irish dance show, Spirit of the Dance. I don't know if a lot of you knew, but I used to be a showgirl around the world. And then I saw the audition for Vegas, and I was like, I just know I have to be in Las Vegas. This is a place to be.
One more hug, Eric. One more hug.
Voila!
And all I'm trying to say is I'm
wants to
just
cry.
happy to be here. In America, there's so much opportunity, and I'm glad all of you guys see it, because a lot of people living here don't see it anymore.
You know, it's when I arrived here, I barely spoke English. You should have seen my face when I got off the plane and people started talking to me. I looked like a duck who just found a pair of scissors. And over the years, we've built where we are today. And honestly, nothing against Europe, but had we stayed in Europe, we probably wouldn't be where we are today. And we owe that to the great country that America, the United States of America is. We've been welcomed by everybody. We've never felt like we didn't belong. And I am just so grateful to be now an American citizen just like you guys is. It's been such a ride, and we're excited about the girls.
We're just so happy that Eugenie was born in Las Vegas, and she's a Vegas girl, and she's going to have all the opportunity to go there.
When we're passing around, those are stress balls. If you need to buy or sell a house and go for us, you probably won't need it. Keep it just in case you don't use us. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer them.
I would like to give Yvette a compliment. When I first came to Vegas, it was in 2012, and Yvette was one of the first people I met. And there was a guy called, he was John Kay, and he wanted me to meet this young lady, and because she's English, I'm English, she's on the Jersey Isles, I was in Torquay. Anyway, we've been friends ever since. I have been through an awful lot with Yvette, kind of on the sidelines. Knowing her, and then she introduced me to her future husband, which was not then. So we went through that, and there was all sorts of questions of how is he, what is he, why is he, and that all went through. And then we were there when they got engaged, and then we were there for the wedding. And now she's given up the event thing, which was absolutely amazing. Her events went for years.
Yep.
Nobody complimented her. She won the event of the year in, 2015? I think it was that time. So we give her a compliment for that. Eric, I've known Eric a long time, and of course I had to approve Eric for Yvette, so that was quite funny. But I just have to compliment Yvette on everything she's done, what she's been through, and the letters that they send out, that's an old English tradition, which is we always send written letters out, we've done that for years, and I think both your ideas on friendship, you get a friend and then a friend refers a friend refers a friend. This day and age in this world is very difficult to trust anybody, so you do trust your friends, so when you have that going around for you, I think it's amazing. You're a great company, a great couple, and your little girl is adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to say that over the past 9 years, as well as finding my own husband at my event, we were able to have 3 Cosmopolitan Connection marriages and 3 Cosmo babies out of it. And I have had a lot of amazing guests at our events, including all of you, and you know who's been on her show. We've hosted Sheriff Joe Lombardo and Goya. But the biggest compliment that we've had is that Yvette and Eric, every single week, we make new best friends. So, because Vegas is quite a lonely town, so we're very grateful for that.
Oh, okay. Eugenie, you tell everybody, who is this?
Eugenie Auger.
This has really been a phenomenal story because it definitely is France meeting England and the two coming abroad and becoming a part of this great, great nation. And for that, we are indeed humbled and honored to have you both here today to share your story. And then also, we are blessed to have this little angel with us at each and every luncheon. So on that note, I want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for sharing so much. And really, if you want to buy a house, contact the Auger, Team 3 Auger. And they'll work with you, they'll work it out for you to the very best of their ability. Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I didn't want to let this pass because I wanted to give a testimonial to Yvette. She's one of the persons I really, really love and admire because when I went to Cosmopolitan Connections, so I take photos and she told me, she whispered to me, Victoria, stop taking photos. You know, just get to meet the people and you never know, you might find the man of your dreams. You remember that? And then, so each time I attend Cosmopolitan Connections, you know, I tell everybody, she is the queen of networking. That's why when I saw her here, I said, oh my God, we are so lucky. And let me tell you the last words. She is as beautiful as she is generous and kind. Every week, she gives away a lot of things in Cosmopolitan Connections, and I just observe her, and she is really fantastic. I love you.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, on that note, really, we want to thank you again, Yvette and Eric Auger, and it really is an honor to have you here to speak to share your story. Now, we hope everybody here has had a marvelous, marvelous time and have enjoyed your lunch. On May, I believe it is May 15th, our very next speaker is one of our very own here, Mr. James Brown. So he will be presenting his business plan on how to help you, and we definitely want everybody to come on back. Again, on behalf of Bruce Marin, the president for 7 years of the Stirling Club Business Networking Group, and myself, we thank you, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.